Hi everybody, today I'm not making another project. I'm going to design this flip-flop and I'm going to design it like this. This is today's project, red and white. Okay, so to start this project you need a pair of brand new flip-flops. These are size 7.5. You need some scissors. You need some bead wire. You need a clamp. I don't know if I'm going to use it, maybe. You need a ruler. You need some glue. If you have E6000, E6000 is good. But I ran out of this one, so today I'm using Gorilla Glue, the clear one. Okay. You need some thread or wire or ribbon, wherever you want to use thread or wire, and this is fishing wire. Plus you need a needle, maybe number 7 or 6, doesn't matter. You need a lighter, sorry, sorry, yeah, lighter. You need a lighter. You need some bling ribbon. This one I got from Walmart, and this comes in a roll. But if you don't have that, you could go to the dollar store and they have it, and it's called diamond wrap. Same one. Then you need some jewel or stone that you could make a design out of red and white, and I made this one. I bought these separate in Amazon, and I glued material in the back of it with the E6000, and I put it together. And these, they already have holes on each side, so it's easier to sew. Even these, the heart, they have holes on the heart, the bottom, so it's easier for you to sew. On the top they have holes, and in the bottom. So I made this, and this is what I'm going to use, and 2 strips of the diamond wrap, and that is to put on each side. On each side you could glue it on, or you could use the wire for it. Okay, sometimes I leave the glue out in case I want to glue it. Or glue is the E6000. When you glue it with the E6000 onto the flip-flops, make sure you let it sit for the next day until it really dries, even with the Gorilla Glue. This is why I like to do the wire, because it's easier for you to just wear it. And you need one here and one here, but if you're gonna do both, you need 4 of these, 4 strips. All right, and you measure. Okay, let us start. Oh, I forgot, sorry, but I forgot we also need some beads, tiny little beads that I put around here. Okay, the beads are for around here. All right, let us start. Let's move this sandal to the side, and we're going to take the strap out from the back with the pliers. Oops, sorry, with the pliers. That was the scissors. Okay, with the pliers. And these sandals are 7 to 8. That's the size of it. Alright, I'm going to move the sandal to the side, and I'm going to need the strap. And the first thing we're going to do for this project, we're going to need the fishing wire. That's what I'm using. You could use bee wire or thread. I'm using fishing wire. Okay, we're going to measure the strap. And make sure you cut here, going up that way on both sides. One for here and one in the other side. So it could look like this, real close. Okay, so make sure you measure. It's very important that you measure your flip-flop. What I do is I'll take the wire and I go around it, and when I get to the end, then I cut it. And I like to cut right up to here. Okay, let's do the first strap. Take your wire, and put the wire, you could tie it, but I'm gonna put it right in the middle. If it's broken, you could use the other one, the other hole. But I'm gonna put it right here, like that. And I'm just going to tie it, not too tight. And I'm gonna have a little piece, long piece hanging. Make sure, and I'm gonna tie it not too tight because you don't want to squeeze the diamond wrap. Just a little bit. That's it. Like that. Not too tight. Make a little tie twice. So you don't have to get loose. And this is, or even 3 times. And this is the only way that when you wrapping it, it will be able to stay still. It won't be all over the place that you have to hold it every time. Okay, you put it like that, and then you take that main wire, and we're going to put that wire, the short wire, going down, and we're going to put our finger right there, right exactly there. Now we take the strap, and we're going to go around it, around the first one right there. Doesn't matter which way you could start. You could go the other opposite side or this way. Alright, and you go there, and you go around 3 times. There we go. You could go 3 times or 4 times. Alright. If it's out of, make sure you hold it tight. Okay, make sure it's up like this, even. Now let's go to the next line. Next line, second line, which is going to be this one. Go 1, 2, and 3. All right, here we go. It should look like that. Now I'm going to continue going to the next one. Third one. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to switch it over. Just turn it this way, and it's going to be easier for me to hold. It's going to be like this. If you lose where you at, you can always turn it over, and I'm right there. So I'm gonna do that third one again because it's not tight enough. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna go to the next one, and that's this one. I'm going down with my finger to the next one. That's a pattern. I keep going down. 2 and 3. And go down. Make sure you do it nice and tight. If you do it loose, it's going to come out. It's not going to hold tight to it. So it's nice and tight. Alright. Okay, my next one is this one. 1, 2, and sorry about that, but that one got in the way. And 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping my thumb on it, and then I'm holding this right hand. I'm holding the thread tight, and then I'm keeping my thumb on the next line that I have to go on the next road. This is the next road. This is the next road right here. So I'm keeping my, yep, do it tight. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Have to have a lot of patience to do this, so don't do it too fast, because if you do it too fast, you'll mess up. So it's good to just go slow. That way your sandal could look nice. If you do it too fast, then it'll probably come out all messed up. This is why I say it takes a lot of patience doing this. Nice breezeful, a nice breeze we're having today outside. I'm going fast because I already know how to do this, but if you're a beginner, go slow. Go slow until you get the hang of it, of the pattern that you're doing. Like, you go slow and then you'll get fast. Sooner or later you'll be getting fast when you do like more than one sandal, more than one flip-flop. The sandals, you could sell them for $10, and when you use the real stone and the real stone for the, instead of using the diamond wrap, and you get the real stones, you could sell them more for $20 or $25. It depends how nice you sell, how you put them, the style. These you could sell them for $10 or $7, wherever you want. Depends how your labor, how long was your labor on the sandals, how long it took for you to make them. All right, I'm heading to the end, a little bit more, getting there to the end, and one more. All right. Well, I really don't want that one because I want to cut it right there. I want to cut it. So I'm going to cut it right there with the scissors. That's why it's good to just leave it long. That way you know where to cut it. Alright, so I'm going to cut it right there. The last one you do 3 times or 4 times. And then this is where you take the clamp and you hold it with your clamp. And this is where you're going to sew with the needle. You don't have to do a long string because you know this is the end. So take the wire and we're going to get a needle for this, and we're going to sew the end. All right. We're going to close it up. Close it up. The last one. Then I'm going to take the needle and go through here from the back. From the back, you hold your needle, take your pliers, and you push the needle in with your pliers. It's going to be a little bit hard. There we go. All the cars out there with their music and the fire trucks. You hear all the noise outside today. This is what's going on out there today, outside, since I'm outside. All right. Now we're going to go back again and sew it right through the strap with the needle. Sew right through. We're going to go through the wire. One of the wires. Okay. I'm gonna go through the wire again. So it's nice and tight. Then I'm gonna go across like this. I'm gonna take the needle, hold it with my finger, and I'm gonna push the needle in. Just as long as it went through. Mine didn't went all the way across, it went a little bit, so I'm going to do it again. Gonna go through the wire again before I go across through one of the wires there on the strap. I don't want to really put too many knots, you know, in the back, so I'm gonna go just across. Go across again. Hold it, and then I'm gonna hold the needle, get the pliers, and push it in. Just a little bit again. And tighten it really tight. And the reason I do it more than once is because it's a tiny going across. It's not all the way across like I want it. So I'm going to do one more time, and this time I'm going to try to make it all the way to the other side. I just have to make sure that, there we go. I keep checking it to see, make sure that it's all the way. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. I want it just like that, to make sure that it's coming through the strap. And here's where I'm gonna cut. Be careful your needle don't break when you're doing this, so you have to be gently when you're pulling it. There we go. All right. That's nice and tight for me. And this is where I'm going to cut. All right. Always have a lot of spare needles around in case yours break, because I had that problem breaking my needles. Broke, I think, around 5 of them already. So always have spared. All right. So we finished doing the first one. Line it up. This little wire right here you can cut, because that was the beginning wire, so you don't need that. And this is how it should look. This is the first. Even it out, make sure it's even, line it up, even it out by lining it up on both sides, you know, that both sides could be even. And this is the first strap. Okay, now do the same to the other side. So I'm going to finish up the other side. Okay, all right, I finished doing the other side. Even it in out, make sure everything is all lined up. But I finished doing this side. I'm gonna even out the strap, make sure it's even. All right, so they both done. So now I'm going to sew on the middle part. Oops, it goes this way, just like I have it here. Oh no, it isn't. Yeah, it goes this way. So now I have to sew this part that I made, the 3 hearts. And I gotta remember that it's this side that I have to put the other side. It's the left side. Okay. So each heart in the bottom has holes. So that's how I'm going to sew it. Don't have to worry about gluing it on, because the jewel comes with a hole. So I'm going to start by first placing the needle inside the middle part. if I could secure it. All right, here we go. And I'm going to go back inside again. And I'm going to try to get, I want it in the middle, come out of the middle. So I'm going to try to go in here. I'm not going to go in through here. I'm just going to go in here, but it could come out like that in the middle. See? It came out in the middle. There we go. And I have my thread short because I don't want it to get stuck. It's not too long and it's not too short. It's just long enough so I don't have to get tangled. So I'm gonna take the first one. I'm gonna go through here, and this is material that I put here. I didn't put the plastic one. This one is the material that I glued on. It's a material that I bought on Walmart for, you know, they're strong enough to glue it on. Okay. So first thing I want to do is so first thing I want to do is I want to get in through this hole right here. So I'm going to go through the middle. With my needle and thread, and I want to line it up because I want to make sure it is even, like this one. So I really want to make sure it's nice and even. So I'm going to go through this hole right here. There's a hole right there in the bottom of the middle heart. Gonna go through that and go right. You could easily, if you don't have, you could just take the needle out and then go through the strap. I'll just take the needle out. Well, I don't know if this needle is gonna be strong enough, but I hope so. It broke. Well, not the needle, but broke the thread. Okay, let me find another needle for that, because the hole is not big enough for that needle that I have. So if the bottom part of the needle is too big, it won't fit through the hole. I have to find the right needle that's going to fit through there, and it's got to be more thinner. So I have to get a thinner one to fit through the hole. Okay. All right. I found a skinnier needle on the top that it would fit through the hole. So I'm gonna put it again through the middle heart. And these hearts and stone, I bought it in Amazon by bags. You could find them in Amazon, and make sure that it's the one that has the hole. Jewelries with hole, because some of them don't come with the hole. All right, now I'm gonna go sew right back in through here. With my pliers. I already put it through the hole. It just has to line up now when I pull it. There we go. Okay, just like that. Now I have to sew each one in through the hole and through the through the strap, and then back up again, in and under, you know, back and forth. Give it a couple of laps until you secure it, that it be nice and strong, that you know it won't come out. Okay, so that's the first one. Now I'm back here. I'm gonna go in here again. I'm gonna go through to come out through here again. And to do it one more, sorry, I'm gonna go through here. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna go through here and to come back out again through here, and then go through the hole again, through the little hole there's in there. Each little holes, they have each little holes in the bottom. It depends what kind of jewelry you have that you're going to use for your flip-flop. You could glue it on if you want, you know, but make sure it's nice and secure when you glue it. And give it a day, and use the E6000 or the Gorilla Glue, and give it a day for it to dry, because it takes a while for it to really dry up. That way when you wear it, it won't come out. Alright, I'm back here again. Okay. And the red one has two little holes there. One here and one here. So when I go around all the white ones, I'm going to go through the red ones. Okay. Now I'm going to go back through the hole again of the heart. There we go. Takes a lot of patience doing this. Okay, that one is starting to be steady, strong, and well, steady. You see how it's nice and tight? Let me just get this wire. Okay, but you see it's starting to be tight. Now I have to do this one and this one and the red one. These two I'm gonna do because this one is nice and tight. So I'm gonna do these two and then the red one. Alright, so I'm gonna finish it up. Alright, I finished sewing it. It's nice and steady, you know, it's nice and strong, so it won't come out. So don't have to worry about the middle, how that looks, because that's where the beads is gonna go at to cover it up. The beads gonna go around it to cover that area up. Okay, now I'm going to add the beads around it, and then I'm going to do this piece. Alright, now I'm gonna do the beads, and when I finish doing the beads, I'm gonna sew this piece on. Okay, alright, I did a little bit, sorry about that. Okay, this is done. I already did this. Put the bead on around it, so I already sewed it. And now I'm starting over here, put in the, like the one I made, the design that I made. So these already have little holes on each corners. It's just so hard to find them. So I already sewed the first one on, so I'm going to sew the second, the other hole over here, which I have to look for it. I have to see if I find a hole there, because it's very tiny that I can't really quite see it. Alright, I felt it. So I'm gonna put the needle right through that hole and into the strap. There we go. Though it didn't went into the strap, but it just came out the other side, but at least I found it. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it into the strap, because I want to make sure that it's secure in there. Let's see. Here we go. It's kind of hard doing this because you have to move. I have to move this in the side if I could get in there. Try to get the needle in there. Okay, here we go. Alright, now I can secure it, because it's inside. You always have to make sure it's inside the strap, because that you go through the strap, because that's the only way it's going to be secure it nice and tight, that it won't go nowhere. Alright, now I'm going to try to come over here, and that is very hard to find these little tiny holes. I always have problem finding the holes on these. But I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish doing this side, and then I'll go around and then go back to the other holes. So it's already through the strap, and so I'm going to go up on the wires that I have there already to get up to the next one. This is how I go up. I have, if my thread is long enough, I'll go through on the wires are here on the side. I'll go through going up so I could go to the next hole. Oops, sorry. I'll go through these wires up here with not inside the strap, just going through the wires, these little wires that I have here, until I get up here enough to go into the hole. If I see that my wire is getting too short, I'm gonna have to just end it here and get another wire. Okay, so now I'm there in the same level, and I have to go through, gonna go through the strap. I'm gonna go right through the strap like this. Then I'm going to look for that hole that's here. So I have to find that hole, and there's a hole in there. It's just so hard to find out where exactly it's at. I think that's it. I don't know if I found it, because I don't want to break the jewelry. Yeah, that is the hole. I did found a hole. Alright, so I'm gonna have to sew it like this. So I have to sew it that way. I'm gonna let it come out and then sew back up here into the, I'm gonna let the needle come out through here, and then I'm gonna sew on the strap on the top and then back in to go to this hole. Oh, I guess that was not the hole. Alright, so I didn't find the hole. Oh, whoops. Tell you, to do this you have to have patience, because you have to really find where is that hole at. And since I can't find it right now, I'm just going to go to the next hole because that is easier for me. So I'm going to continue going up on the side so I could reach that same height. Here we go. Now I'm going to go through the strap to be the same size of that hole. There we go. Alright. You'll get the hang of it after a while. Alright, now to find the hole on this one. And I found it. Once you find it, make sure it's lined up in the middle. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna line it up, make sure it's right in the middle, so I could balance it from the bottom up, that it be even, not crooked. Alright. I have to get it right into the strap. I want to get it right in the strap. Oops, sorry. There we go. My needle is all bent up. It's been doing a lot of sewing with it. Okay, so I got that nice and secure, and now I'm gonna go tie it up from the back and get another. My thread is short, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish it up to the end, but this is the way it's supposed to look, like that, just like this one. Alright, let me finish it up. Alright, I finished sewing the whole thing, so now it's time to put the strap back on the sandal. Here we go. Put the first piece in the middle. There we go. I'll put the second one in. Always put it sideways. Push it sideways in. Then you push in on the top. Okay. Alright. You can always put glue if you want. That's if you want. This one I didn't put the bling bling here because I want to look for a red one that I could put a red one around here, but I don't have diamond wrap on red, so when I get it I'll put it on. But you could put the white one or the red one if you want. Alright, so this is how it's supposed to look like. And I'm done. This is how they look. Straighten out anything that's crooked. And this is the finishing. The finished project. Alright. That's the finishing.